Okay, should be working right now. And let's go. That I'm gonna put into performance mode. And yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into it. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Where are my gloves? There are my gloves. So it's Donington.
Green light, give it all you can.
One more thing I'm gonna change. Yep, I'm gonna run it like that. Hello. I wonder are those hairpins gonna be first gear or second gear? I have no idea. Hello Vancy, good evening. How are you? Good evening, hello. Whoops. Yep, it's a bit too wide. Whoops. Oh wait, my wheel rotation is not correct. Why? Did my wheel setting reset or something? They're 1080 here. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, in the profiler the wheel rotation went to 900 for some reason. Okay, that was weird. I guess I'm not gonna have any FFB now. Yep, no force feedback. Still no force feedback, maybe I need to restart the session. Sometimes helps. Or if not, I'm just gonna have to restart the whole game, which is gonna be really painful.
Green light,
yep.
Show them what you got.
Still nothing. Ah, damn. Well, there's gonna have to be a really quick restart. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back again. Let's go.
Green light, give it all you can.
There's a plane. Or maybe you couldn't see it. Never mind. As always in Donington, I have to be really careful with pressures and curbs. Pressure loss is so easy to get over those curbs. You go over the curb, and then while going back on the track, you hit the edge of the curb with the sidewall of the tire. Almost every time. You can do it here, you can do it even here on the inside. Even here on the inside, even here on the inside, you can do it literally everywhere on Donington. On the entry maybe it's hard to get, especially here on the outside, really common. Okay, I got away with that one, but I shouldn't go that far. Here on the inside the same, so you need to avoid it. Here on the outside the same, so you need to avoid it. Every single place in Donington you need to avoid cutting through the grass. Hey Cody. I don't know why is it darker green. I think it's like I always get it in VR, and I think that's like some VR bug or some shit. I have no idea why it is like that, but it's some kind of VR stuff. That the center is darker green. I like stopped even noticing that at this point.
Well done, mate. That's not bad.
Oh come on, it wasn't harsh overtaking. Bro, we were so far down the order, I wanted to have some fun. Otherwise it would be even more boring and shit of a race. I thought you would like it that way. Also, it wasn't harsh, it was fair. Both of them.
Well done, mate. That's not bad.
already feels nice. I'm gonna save that as a base setup. Right, cut the line. And that's not the line. This plane in VR is so fucking awesome because it's real size fucking plane going above you and you can look at it and it's amazing. It just doesn't make any like proper noise and sound, but I guess that would be fucking annoying. Why is... Wait, what? The rotation is still not fixed? Why? What the fuck? What if I just put it at 900? Okay, now it's fixed. So, so you're telling me I'm still having 900 in the profiler? What? I don't understand it. Okay, never mind. Um, you know, those things living by their own. So yeah, there's definitely more to gain, like a 10th there, a 10th there, a 10th there. So you can go to like low 28s with 30 fuel and 30 air. So that's decent, I guess. And it's another race that I'm starting from back, but I'm not gonna stream the races itself. Like I'm gonna stream now the practice and me fooling around and maybe talking a bit on the chat, but then the races, like now I usually won't stream those because then I can't really focus on the chat when I'm racing. I'm not the type of guy that can split the focus then. And also FPS hit with other cars on the track is massive. And when I'm alone, like you can see right now, I can turn up the graphics just a bit, just a little bit, but enough for the game to look decent, and I can stream something looking reasonably. So that's not bad. But apart from that, not really possible at that point. Uh, how about those contact shadows? I mean, they do flicker just a bit, but I guess I can leave them on. Well, Cody, you should be just driving faster. That would be an easy fix. Okay, I'm gonna save this as I don't really know what, but well, I know what. R3039. I know we were struggling with it so much as well. It was bottoming out on Rouge for everyone. It for us it was bottoming both at the bottom and at the top. Like what the hell? And in practice it didn't do that at all. And it was so bad to drive over this thing. It was snapping. We had issues under brakes. We had issues mid corner. We had issues on the exit. It was so bad. Yeah, exactly. So it was just so hard to push all the time. It was so snappy and not progressive at all, and inconsistent in its behaviors. Then after the race, I mean the day after the race, because after the race I was just dead. But then after the next day, I took the Porsche with those temps that we had in the night, and I immediately went into 16s. Yeah, I know. And like FDA didn't even have that great of the pace on average, I think, especially considering Cloverito. But I mean, they still were up there and they were just consistent. They didn't do mistakes. And Coanda did a few mistakes. Coanda also got taken out of the back markers. Unicorns of Love got taken out by ACC Speed lane, and I think they crashed on Urusha as well. Even though that AMG was looking strong, there wasn't enough rain to actually mix up things. That Bentley was so impressive of Racing Line. Exactly. That's why I'm not racing and streaming, because then I can't focus. F. Oh. Well, that's nice that you didn't see what happened. Well, that worked out well. You didn't see anything. Oh shit. Never. But the race as a race was nice. Coanda was pushing FDA the limit all the time, and FDA boys just didn't do a mistake, and that's why they won. Even though Lowerito was a bit slower, but they just got the lead while other were battling and losing time. And they just managed to keep it. Hi, Tinka. You know what? Since I know the pressures for now, for those temperatures, I'm gonna change to different temperatures so I can get an idea what other sort of pressures I'll need. So that was pretty hot, and I can go like that. Oh, really, Cody? Well, that's a shame. We also didn't do exactly. We didn't do any mistakes. We just happened to get killed a few times, but it wasn't our fault. Kappa.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Hello, do you use... I literally took it off, the conical mode. I literally took that off after Spa 24. I don't know why. I just felt like, yeah, that's time for change. And I just took it off, even though I used to use it for like 2 years. And I took it off, and for a few days now I'm driving... Well, for a few days I wasn't driving at all, but... now I'm driving without it, so... We're gonna see. I was annoyed by lack of travel and inconsistency of it. And how much it was changing in its stiffness, because at the beginning it still has quite a lot of play. Like, it's not just a little play like you get with some, you know, tension springs on other pedals. There's quite a lot of play, and then it hits the rubber, but then it's immediately extremely hard. So there's not much of progression. I mean, there is, you know, a place where you could threshold brake theoretically, but it's inconsistent and I don't know. It was kind of working uh, decently, I guess, because I was still using it for 2 years. But now I decided to just switch and see how it's gonna be. So uh, there's no big explanation why, and it's not like I suddenly changed my mind and I think this is better or one is better than the other. I just want to change and see. Well, maybe more, since there is not much tactile feedback from the pedal itself, will maybe more throw of the pedal help me getting the feel for the trail braking and positioning of the brakes and how much actually I'm applying the brake, because I wasn't I wasn't really good with that. Um, it's not like I was shit at braking, but I wasn't precise enough, I think. So I want to see if maybe without the conical knot I can get some of that precision back with just longer throw. Okay, I think that's not fourth gear. I think I need to go to third there.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Could maybe add a millimeter or two of brake. Whoops, that was bad. Hello there. What's up, my friend? That's how you do that corner, that's the line. Nope, I'm not using that. I'm not using that because that just gives you more latency. If people are playing at with ASW and they are used to latency that comes with 45 FPS, I guess that they can feel the performance boost, that they can finally go to 90, and and especially with OpenVR, then they can see the advantage of that. But for me, it had just a tiny little bit of latency that was annoying me, because I like super low latency, even shit looking game, but low latency, that's the priority. Uh, well, yeah, if you're on single screen, then I mean, probably it still has some latency, but you know, in VR, it's really not nice when you have something with the latency and you're not really connected to what's going on around you. Also, why 1080p? Because since I decided that I'm not gonna stream the races themselves, I can just go up with quality and everything because I'm not gonna have any other cars on the track. So in single player, I'm not gonna struggle with FPS because I'm just driving at 90 FPS with no struggle, right? And streaming just decent looking game. Oh yeah, I was saying about adding more reg, but yeah, we're gonna see about that. Now that I've got pressures that at least should be correct. Let's see if they're gonna be. Hello. Yeah. I think with the Cup car, it's less sophisticated everything. It just doesn't like braking on the curb. I don't know if suspension is shaking, the tire doesn't want to grip as well. It's not compliant at all on the curb. Maybe ABS is going crazy. That's a bit wide. It's a bit too deep.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Okay, that was almost a 360. Okay. Also, someone was saying, yeah, can I turn up my volume? Yes, I can. Let's go like that, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's not like the game isn't VR ready. It's just that VR isn't ready to run Unreal Engine. It's just not. And Unreal Engine itself isn't ready to run VR. And it's not like ACC is shit because of that. It's just how it is, and we have to deal with that. Uh, it's just one of the consequences of just using the Unreal. And it had some benefits, but it also had some disadvantages, like everything. And unfortunately, as VR guys, are paying a price. But well, we can hope that for the future it's gonna be better with some other titles. And I'm sure that Kunos themselves understand at that point that maybe it wasn't the best choice. But that's what it is, and in ACC at least, it's not gonna change. Cold or hot? Hot? I mean, I use kinda equal pressure all around. Pressures over the stint and over the lap are going up and down and fluctuating. So it's not like you can really stay consistently over the stint, because the pressures themselves are gonna fluctuate over a lap, plus on top of that over the stint itself. So at the beginning of the stint, for example, in the Porsche, fronts will have high PSI, and at the end of the stint, front will have low PSI, just because the balance of the car changes and the fuel load changes, and the tires are used in a different way, and they wear out in a different way as well. And so they're gonna change their pressure. In the McLaren, for example, it's the other way around. The rears will lose pressure over the stint, and fronts will gain pressure. So for example, in the Porsche, you have to kind of overpressure the front just a tiny bit, so at the end of the stint they're not under pressure, and you're not, and your front has support that it just requires to stay stable. With the rears, well, you can't really overpressure them, because then they're gonna go out of their operating window under high load, or after some high load corners they're gonna go into 28.0 or 28.1 even. And then on few corners, the rear is gonna be unstable again, because the tires will already go out of the operating window. That's super tight in ACC. But at least in the Porsche, the rears will like kinda wear. They're gonna wear, of course, and then because they're wear, they'll heat up less and generate less pressure, but at the same time the balance of the car is gonna change in a way that the rears are gonna be used more. So the rears at least are gonna stay stable throughout the stint. And for hot lapping, like I said, just keep them in the window, because even in the hot lap they're gonna fluctuate. So you want to just have the tire in the window of the pressure throughout the hot lap. There's no magic involved, or like the window in ACC of the pressures is so small that it's really difficult to tune the car and its behavior with the pressure. It's mainly that you have to have the tire in the window, especially for the race itself, and fine-tune it so it always stays in the window. But you can't really fine-tune the car's behavior itself, because it's just the window is so small that you're either in the window or out of the window. And when you're out of the window, well, that's when the problems happen. So fine-tuning the pressure is only about them not going out of the window. Or at least I find it that way. Yeah, something around there, 0.3 to 0.8. Although when they are 0.3, I already don't like them. I don't know, but like it's difficult to say because you know everyone will have, every car will also behave on and react to that pressure change in a different way. Some cars will be extremely sensitive to that, some cars won't. Some cars will just tolerate that, and some people will also like not care. And for some people it won't necessarily make the difference because they're not gonna feel it. But yeah, I would say 0.4, 0.8, but already 0.9 is kinda not really nice, although I think better than 0.3. Disappointment, pain in full HD. Yes. Why would I keep the front way below the window? Because I don't really understand the question and the reasoning behind it. Hello. Hello, Luis. Yeah, thank you very much. Just doing some practice driving today before the race, and the race itself is gonna be later, but unfortunately, like I said, I'm not gonna stream the race itself. So I'm gonna maybe stream the bit of practice. Tomorrow as well, I'm gonna stream a bit of practice because it's Spa, so maybe people will want to watch that. McLaren Spa. And like I said, while I'm driving on my own, I can mess around a bit more, just tweak the setup and play with it. And talk with the chat, but the races themselves, from my perspective, just turned out to be boring and difficult to watch because I'm not commentating at all because I want to focus on the race. And in VR, it's difficult to follow what's actually happening in the race, right? In 2D with all the HUD that you see on the stream, that would be a lot easier. Hello. I mean, well, like you're correct that the rear engine car should have more PSI on the rear because it should have more support, but it's not really the case in ACC because, like I said, the operating window of the tire in ACC is so small, yet it fluctuates over the lap and over the stint that you can't really tune the car because, like, if what you're saying would be the case, you would have to have like constantly 27.5 on the front and constantly 27.8 on the rear or something like that to get what you're saying, with the front being a bit lighter and the rear having more support.
Like I want to get in the car because
Oh,
that's my
hello.
passion. I like it, and then I do it.
Right, so that would have sense. It would have. I'll just let the notification go.
The whole time he's like, yeah, I'd love to get in the car. I'd love to see what's like gets in the car, and it's disappointment and pain.
Thank you very much, Vancy. Extremely generous as always. Thank you very much, man. Anyway, going back to those pressures. So what you're saying is like, yes, we could have like 27.5, maybe even 27.4, if the car can handle that. Although that's already kinda, if you're gonna be driving really aggressively on the nose, that may be already a bit too soft, too little support. But the pressures are fluctuating too much to have them on 27.5 on the front and constantly 27.8 on the rear. Because if you're gonna have fronts low, well, they're then gonna go under the 27.5 to 27.3, 27.2 in some places of the lap, and that's already too low, and that can cause some problems. And if you're gonna try to have constantly 27.8 on the rear, well, you're gonna in some places go to like 28, 28.0, 28.1, and that's also gonna cause problems, right? So that window in ACC is way too little to really tune the cars with the pressure, or if anything, then it's almost worthless. Although what you were saying was correct, that technically you should give them more support with the stiffer sidewall on the rear, but you know. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Fuck's sake. Let me put in like what. Jordan is right. I totally forgot. Let's see. Well, that's gonna be at least interesting to see, right? Just for the memes. Now it's like on stones. Yeah, really stiff, really bouncy and weird. And just low grip overall. It's just low grip. I have to compensate for lack of grip. It's stiff, it's bouncy. And it's just slower, so much slower. It doesn't feel that much slower, but when you look at the delta, and I'm losing like 2 seconds per lap. It's like driving on fast or green track. I know that works. I know that. Well, I thought we're at Donington. It should be pissing down. Okay, Okay, yeah, that was too much. How will wets behave though? Yeah, the target of hot pressure for me for quali and the race is the same. I mean, not necessarily. Like, on average, yes. On average, yes.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Oh, it's so funny. Now it's not like normally on... Because I under pressure them so much, and they're like so spongy. I know that Donington is so fucked up with pressures. But it has a plane, so that's nice. In original Assetto, there was a mode of Donington, really well known. And from time to time, there were also 2 fighter jets flying over at like really high speed and a bit higher in the air. But that mod had that there were literally 2 fighter jets going past about the track. Well, it's like low grip, but it's not that bad. I thought it would be undrivable. I guess at some point they're gonna go undrivable, but not bad. I mean, it's fun. At least now the car has that a rotational throttle that people say it's lacking in ACC. Which I agree, it is a bit. But on the entry it's fucked up then. Hello, Giovinazzi. still doing 31s. Well, in Oculus app, it's just a CV1, and I'm not going for Steam VR, so it's only Oculus, but it's CV1, so it doesn't have any settings in Oculus app. You just plug it in. It's not like a Quest. Holy shit. And it's like the lowest pressure they can be. I can't go lower pressure, I already set the minimum pressure. Okay, that's enough. Now the thing is that I totally forgot what pressures I had for the dry. Great. So, well, yeah, with CV1 you don't really have any settings in Oculus app, and in game I have what's in the description. I have this, if you can see for yourself, and pause maybe if you want. What I wanted to do, I wanted to go into the setup. Hello. Okay. Well, Rift S has more
Green light.
more pixels than CV1, and also I'm running my CV1 at oh yeah, and sorry, in Oculus Tray Tool I'm putting the vertical resolution to half, so I'm like not rendering what's below me. So I can't see my legs now, even though you technically could, and I can't see the roof of the car. It's just not rendered. The image is rendered like with only in the middle of the screen. But with full FOV, with full field of view horizontally, but vertically not full FOV. Not full FOV. Yeah, I mean ACC is just hard. Let's not have another ACC VR talk. Let's move on. Oh shit, the race is gonna be already in half an hour. Okay, I'm gonna focus on driving now for a bit. I know with other cars you're just gonna struggle. In single player, yeah, it's nice, but with other cars it struggles. Was my hours too much? That's the official statement. Or maybe enough. Let's say enough. The apex by a mile.
Well, not me. Personal fastest lap.
Okay, that's back. Okay, I'm gonna test pit entry on this lap. Okay, and practice pit stop. decent. Okay. Still had wrong pressures, but there was a guy telling me, what was that? Yes, 7077 like I thought, and 7865. Yep, makes sense. I'm just gonna call it R2229, so I have two presets that now I can use. Let's try with lower fuel. So the guy asked about my position in the championship. I think I'm still second in the championship because behind Jarrier, but there's quite a lot of points difference because I had quite a few bad races right now in this championship. And what's the pace difference today? I have absolutely no idea. We're gonna see in the race. And yeah, thanks for good luck as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to change something. Well, since maybe if I'm doing even coaching and more streaming, I don't know, I'll try out to reach out to someone so I can, I mean, they don't have to send me anything, but maybe they can, I can get some support from some sim racing company. I mean, I was thinking about upgrading the setup overall myself anyway. It really depends if the channel, if I'm gonna grow with the channel or not. But yeah, coaching is going well, so alongside that I was thinking about doing some, you know, tutorials like on the channel itself, like some track guides and so on. Oh, hey Git. Well, since I upgraded my internet, it was always capable of that. It's just that when I'm streaming at 1080, the laptop is just boiling. So I can do that only when driving by myself in single player. I join anything and I'm gonna get like 40-30 FPS because of the CPU. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Well, the channel really grew recently, especially in the past month. It was growing. Then now I couldn't do much, and overall on YouTube and in sim racing, there were less people watching overall, and less people involved and everything. the line. Yeah, I'll definitely try to work on that git. I don't. My headset doesn't fog up. It just doesn't. I know for many people it does, but for me mine doesn't. So I guess I'm just lucky with the way how it fits on my head and how it fogs up, or rather doesn't in my case. And for the long races, well, I'm not getting sick from long sessions, but the sweat and the heat, well, that is still a problem, and I just kind of deal with that. Like, it's just how it is, and I'm just driving really, really sweaty. Oh yeah, that lap will definitely get some attention, so... Oh yeah, that's a good idea, like making a video how I did that 214 at Spa. Because low temperature is one thing, and that not many people know, that you just go low temperature and the car is immediately faster. But even then, going into 15s is difficult, and that was a 14. Why am I so bad? First of all, pressures are wrong. Because lower this and that, and they're wrong. Normal. Well, sure, if you want, feel free to do that. It will definitely help with something. I don't even remember what the boost of the server does, but it will definitely help. So if you feel like doing that, it would be highly appreciated, and feel free to do that. That would be really appreciated, man. Oh, wow, that was a huge error. Nice. So you're doing it in multi-class. Yes, this is just no TC.
We're gonna have to serve it.
Why?
Because I'm gonna clear it.
Thank you for subscribing.
Well done, man. That's the best.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, only GT4. Oh, come on, do it in multi-class. Multi-class, it's always amazing there. It always kind of works. I guess it could still be a problem because it's like 105 cars multi-class and the systems will go crazy. But SimGrid did their anniversary race, Suzuka 100 cars multi-class. It was amazing. Such a nice car, this. Good luck in the race. Thank you very much. So yeah, the race server is gonna go up in a few minutes. So I'm gonna end the stream, guys, right here. There was some driving, there was some testing, there was some talking about the pressures and VR. But like I said, I can't really stream the races because with what I have right now, I just can't handle it FPS wise. Yes, disappointment and pain. Can I have a custom livery? Not in this championship, but overall I have few custom liveries. Like for example, there's a custom livery I have just, not this one. I have just for my car, which I often use, and you can see it in many thumbnails. This is the one. I really like it. We have a custom livery for the Sprint Cup with Michael Tauscher. This is the livery we're using for the Sprint Cup. Can't really see because it has a really nice metallic flake to it, and you can't really see that in the showroom. But on the track in the sun, you can see that, and it looks amazing. I have this one for for the SRO. And I have few others for other cars, but yeah, I'm not really gonna go through them right now. So anyway, like I said, that was the stream. I can't really stream the races right now. I'm gonna see. Maybe I'm gonna buy a PC, but you know, prices of especially GPUs right now are just unreal. So if I want to wait for the to buy a PC, I just need to wait for the GPU, especially GPU prices to come down and to get some nice deal on that, and maybe then build a PC for the whole setup, and also then buy a rig, buy a wheel, because I'm definitely looking to upgrade that in the future. But because of that, I can't stream the races because I'm just getting super low FPS with other cars around me. Especially like it's not like I'm struggling with constantly with FPS, but I'm getting then big drops because the CPU is really stressed, and I'm getting big drops of FPS then. So I can stream when I'm alone on the track and single player, like today. So that's what I did. But other than that, can't really do much more. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna change to this. Thank you very much all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. Thank you for donations from Vancy. Thank you to Chris for boosting the Discord server. So if you want, you can join the Discord server. There's some nice ACC oriented stuff there. That's also a place where I do majority of my coaching, and I do a lot of coaching. So if you want some coaching, you can join the Discord server. There's all the info about that. There's also a YouTube video on the YouTube channel, so you can see how that works. There's gonna be definitely some content around coaching done soon, maybe soon TM. So yeah, join the Discord. That would be nice, and there's a lot of ACC and coaching for ACC related stuff. But the stream for now is ending, so thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you for all the good luck for the race. I'll give it all. I'll try my best, starting from the back, the race 1. And yeah, see you in the next one. I'll probably tomorrow stream with the same format, practicing on Spa. So tomorrow Spa with 720S. But for now, it's the end. So thanks again and cheers.